Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker, and I thank the honourable member for Blyth and Ashington for securing this debate. In my constituency of Farnham and Borden, the situation is stark. On the Hampshire side, while I welcome that we've secured a temporary banking hub in Borden in the Shed, it rapidly needs to have a permanent location. In Liphook, there is no banking hub, no agreed plan, and no clear process for securing one. Across the border in Surrey, in Hazelmere, we are fortunate to have one of the 100 national hubs up and running, but in nearby Farnham, Barclays has just gone and Santander goes next month. All this means that more than 100,000 people across my constituency has not a single bank and only one building society. Constituents are right to be concerned. Link, the UK's main cash access body, has stated that Santander's closure will have, and I quote, no significant impact on the community. I strongly disagree. It absolutely will. This cannot continue to be a postcode lottery. Banks were once embedded in towns and communities. Now they are being erased with little left behind. And banking hubs are a partial answer, but the system needs reforms. The process is slow, the criteria is too narrow, and the scope of services too limited. Hubs must be located centrally, open 5 or 6 days a week, accessible to those with limited mobility, and reachable without a car. They should serve both individuals and small businesses, and crucially, offer face-to-face banking, not just cash points and machines. I will give way.
I thank my honourable friend for giving way. In a society where collective trust is depleting, does he agree with me that the presence of face-to-face banking services and banking customers being able to have a direct relationship with in-person, real people is one step that we can all take to help rebuild collective trust in the institutions that underpin society?
I entirely agree with my honourable friend. He makes a very convincing point. The reality is, when we are dealing with something as vital as your personal finances, it shouldn't be more than we should be demanding that you should be able to see a person face to face, because it is so vital. Likewise, the legislation we rely on to manage access to banking, including the Financial Services and Markets Act, remains focused almost exclusively on access to cash, not access to banking services. And that distinction matters. Depositing taking, seeking support with financial abuse, getting advice, these are all services that cannot be delivered by a machine. And even when residents are confident and willing to bank online, they're often held back by something much simpler: the connection. In many parts of my constituency, mobile coverage and broadband access are so poor that digital banking is unreliable, if not impossible. This digital divide is no longer just a social challenge, it's a financial one too. So, Madam Deputy Speaker, older people, disabled people, rural residents and small businesses all deserve access to a banking system that works for them, not just for those who are already digitally fluent or living in better connected areas. That means physical services, in-person advice and real access to cash, which must remain part of the infrastructure of modern life. So I do ask the Minister, firstly, will she work with Link, Cash Access UK and local authorities to accelerate the rollout of banking hubs? Will she expand the remit of the Financial Services and Markets Act to protect access to full banking services, not just to cash? And finally, to meet with me to discuss how we can support the rollout of permanent accessible banking hubs in Liphook and Farnham. Because, Madam Deputy Speaker, no one should be excluded from essential financial services because of their postcode, their age, or the strength of their Wi-Fi signal.